Right, your outright leaders over in League Two, of course, but breathing down the next, would you Adam and Eve, it will be Barrow, of course, just 1 point adrift. But who's going to take advantage in match number 7? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. I was getting a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 7 in this year's EFL League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, smash the old subscribe, bang out today, all things Rovers related, EFL League 2 related, World Cup itself related, boys and girls. We're going to all hear under one roofski, of course. We're going to take a look at the latest and greatest in a second. Of course, people shout to the VIPs. They are the patrons, and of course, don't forget to vote for best in video, best content creator, best creator of a football club, business. But anyway, let's get into it. So, folks, talking about this bad boy, make sure you get involved. Cut the vote Roverseas is 100% free. And again, if you have voted elsewhere for something somewhere else, of course, I'll forgive you this time. But of course, you can still get our name in lights as well. So do us a favour and vote. We are talking about this. Of course, it is League 2, and we are, of course, revisiting the weekend's action. Of course, no double match week this week over in League 2. Just, of course, the straight up and down first one and only week. So let's get into it. Kick it all off with Bradford City against Crewe. Ended up as a 0-0 draw in the end. I went with a 2-0 with myself. Carlisle with a big 1-0 with Gillingham. I went with the 1-1 draw. We also did lose at home to Grimsby. I went the other way as well on that one. Newport County with a big 4-0 win over Harrogate. 1-0 win was my pick. Later, Orient with a big 4-2 win over Hartlepool United. 2-0 win in my eyes. Northampton Town did lose to Doncaster with a surprise there. 2-1 win the other way. Rochdale, of course, 1-1 draw against Crawley. 0-0 in my eyes. Salford, 2-2 was my score. 1-0 in the end over Stevenage, high-flying Stevenage. Of course, Stockport County with a 1-1 draw against Swindon. 2-1 in my eyes. We also saw Sutton United beat Mansfield. I went the other way. Of course they did. Tranmere 2-0 win over Colchester, and they got them bang on point. And then wrap it up. 1-0 win in there for Barrow over Wimbledon. Wow indeed. What, of course, did that do to the league table? Well, it looks just like this. 16 points on the board for a Leyton. Orient. Barrow in there in second spot with, of course, 15. Doncaster, Salford, Stevenage, Northampton Town, and Crewe make up the power 7. Hartlepool and Rochdale going down. They've got to get their arse in gear if they're going to survive around this season, indeed. If you're going to vote, of course, get your picks in as well. Cut the League 2 to get your name in lights for next weekend's action. But who actually did well this time around? We'll have a little look. Jays BCFC are great with 7 points, of course, out of 12 there. Callum Higgins also joins him alongside him in the top medal spot there. Jim Watton and Gareth Nicholson not too far away. What's the state of play overall so far this campaign? Well, it looks like this. That's right. Jimmy won with 38 points, so well done to him. Going A, of course, and Gareth Nicholson makes up the bronze and silver medals, respectively. It is, of course, tight, airtight indeed. And, of course, it's just going to get more complicated and more tight as the season develops. Of course, we are kicking off with the next round of matches, which will, of course, kick on forward to September the 3rd. And we're jumping the deep end over at Valley Parade as Bradford City take on Walsall. Now, these two sides have played each other 27 times since, of course, 2001. 10 wins to Bradford, 5 wins to Walsall, and we've got 12 draws as well. Meanwhile, Bradford, of course, coming to just 1 win in 4 for them, 58% form over the last 6. Walsall, though, without a win in 5 now, despite having a fantastic early start to the campaign. They haven't won now in the last 5 games. Last time around, over at Bradford was a 1-1 draw back in September 2021. The home side hasn't won the last 5 games, and of course, the last time the home side did win was when Walsall beat Bradford 3-2 in League 1 way back in February 2019. Bradford pick up a 0-0 draw against Crewe. Walsall with a big 2-1 loss against Grimsby. The odds for this one, we have Bradford, of course, 2019 over the 32.5 draw and 14-5 is your away win here. 2-1 in the end for me, for Sparky's boys, taking the 3 points, and of course closing in on maybe a top half a finish as we enter the month of September. Kicking off all those Carlisle against strugglers Rochdale, of course. Now these two sides that play each other 15 times to 2003, 8 wins to Carlisle, 5 wins to Rochdale, and we've got 2 draws as well. Carlisle though 50% form, 1-2 loss, 2 draw 2 over the last 6. Rochdale though without a win in the last 5, 25% form for them. They are in a bit of trouble. Last time around though in Carlisle was a 2-0 win for Carlisle back in March 2022. Meanwhile, Carlisle coming to this on the back of that 1-0 over Gillingham. Rochdale with a 1-1 draw against Crawley. The odds for this one though, we have 5-4 is your Carlisle, 11-5 is your way win, 11-5 is your draw. I'm back in, of course, a 1-0 win for Carlisle on this one to take it to the next. Colchester United up against Hartlepool, of course. Let's take a long hard look at this one then, of course. Played the 20 times to 3, 8 wins for Colchester, 6 for Hartlepool, and 6 draws as well. Just 1 win and 5 then for Colchester right now, 33% form for them. Against Hartlepool side, of course, 17% form. Haven't won the last 20 games. They are in mega trouble, of course. 2-1 it was last time around, though, in Colchester back in the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. That was, of course, a victory for Hartlepool in Colchester. Meanwhile, Colchester coming to on the back of the 2-0 loss against Tranmere, and that make it back-to-back games now without a goal for them. Meanwhile, Leyton Orient did beat Hartlepool 4-2 over at Brisbane Road last time around. Of course, the odds for this one then, of course, having a long hard look at it, Colchester United are at 5-4 with a ratio 23-10 is your away win, 11-5 is the draw on this. 2-0 in the end for Colchester for me on this one. What about you? Let me know down below. Crewe Alexandra up against Stevenage, of course, coming at you at Grimsby Road. Now, these two sides have played each other 14 times in 2010. 6 was the Crewe, 5 was the Stevenage. 3 draws, of course, just 1 and 5 there for Crewe, and now 50% form over the last 6. Against the Stevenage side, just 1 defeated past 6 for them, 75% form for them moving forward. In fact, Stevenage haven't won any of the last 4 games against Crewe as they look forward to trying changing that around this time around. Speaking of last time around, it was a 3-1 win for Crewe at Grimsby Road back in March 2020. It was in League 2. Salford, of course, did beat Stevenage last time around. Crewe with a 0-0 draw against Bradford. It's actually been back-to-back draws for them, and unbeaten in the last 3 games have Crewe been. Of course, look at the odds, 17-10 is your Crewe, 11-5 is your draw, 13-8 is your away win here. Going to go with the Stevenage loss here, Crewe with another win, and of course moving the chains indeed. Of course, down at the keep moat is Doncaster up against Mansfield, of course, as Doncaster Rovers taking on Mansfield with Gary McSheffrey in the dugout up against Nigel Clough. Played to the 9 times, 2003, 6 wins to Doncaster, 1 for Mansfield, and 2 draws as well. Doncaster, though, just 1 defeated past 6, 75% form up against a Mansfield side who have won 3 and lost 3 over the last 6, 50% form for them moving forward. Last time around at the keep moat was a 3-2 win for Mansfield back in, of course, December 2021. That was in the FA Cup. Last time played in the league, though, at the keep moat was a 1-0 win for Doncaster back in March 2017. Mansfield picking, of course, a 2-1 loss to Sutton United, and of course Doncaster with a big 1-0 win over Northampton Town on the road as well. Take a long hard look at the odds here. Of course, Doncaster coming at you 9-4 for the victory, 9-4 is your draw, 5-4 is your away win. Going to go with the 1-0 win for Doncaster on this one. Again, 3 points at the back over at the keep moat. Kicking off towards Gillingham coming at you up against Swindon Town. That's right. Now these two sides have played 18 times in 2006. 8 was at Gillingham, 5 was at Swindon, and 5 draws as well. Just 1 win of the last 5 games. Gillingham are now 42% form. It's the Swindon Town side who, of course, just 1 defeat past 6, then 50% form over the last 6, drawing 4 out of the last 6 matches indeed. Last time around, over at Gillingham was a 2-0 win for Gillingham back in December 2020. That was in League 1. Gillingham have actually just lost once against Swindon over the last 6 games. That was when Swindon hosted Gillingham back in 2017. Meanwhile, Swindon with a 1-1 draw at Stockport, Gillingham with a 1-0 loss against Carlisle. The odds for this one, though, we have got Gillingham 8-5 for the victory, 11-5 straws, 95 is your away win. 2-1 in the end for Swindon Town on the road. Gillingham are not doing very well at the moment. Next up we have Leyton Orient up against Tranmere down at, of course, Brisbane Road. Now, of course, tabletoppers Leyton Orient coming at you. Having played at Tranmere 25 times in 2006, winning 9 of them, losing 12 of them, and picking up 4 draws. Just 1 defeat, though, in the past 6 for Leyton Orient right now, 75% form. Up against the Leyton Orient side, who of course coming to just 1 win in 4 for them, 58% form with the last 6. Last time around, over at Brisbane Road, it was a 1-0 win for Tranmere back in May 2022. Of course, Tranmere picking up a 2-0 win over Colchester. Leyton Orient with a big 4-2 win over Hartlepool. Could this be the year? We'll have to see about that. 5-4 on is your Leyton Orient, 5-2 is your draw, 7-2 is your away win here. Of course, the Boggies are back in Leyton Orient, and of course, I'm backing them as well with a 3-0 win to take it to the house. Next up, of course, we have Newport County up against Grimsby, of course, over in Wales. Now, these two sides have played each other 19 times in 2010. 9 was Newport County, 5 for Grimsby, 5 draws as well. Meanwhile, Newport County winning 3 in the spin, 67% form for them. Up against Grimsby side, just 1 defeat past 6, 67% form for them moving forward. Last time around, over in Newport was a 1-0 win for the Welsh boys, of course, back in February 2021. That was in League 1. Newport County picked up a 4-0 win over Harrogate, and they've actually made it 3 wins on the spin up against the Grimsby side, who of course turned it around against Walsall. 2-1 in the end it was on that one. Of course, the odds here 21-20 is your Newport, 12-5 is your draw, and 5-2 is your Grimsby Town. Back in, of course, a 2-1 win for the hosts, and I get 3 points in the bag for them. And moving on, Northampton Town up against Barrow, who are flying high, so it's 6th up against 2nd over in Northampton Town. Played each other 2 times to 22, 1 win apiece, no draws, of course. Meanwhile, Northampton Town 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6 at 50% form up against the Barrow side, who've won 4 of the last 6 games, 67% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, over in Northampton was a 1-0 win for Barrow back in February 2022. Barrow picking up a 1-0 win over Wimbledon, and of course Doncaster did beat Northampton Town last time around. The odds for this 2019 on is your Northampton, 12-5 is draw, 14-5 is your away win. That is, of course, Barrow. I'm backing, of course, the 1-1 draw here. I don't know which way to go. Do you? Let me know down below. Salford City up against, of course, Crawley Town. That's right, played each other 6 times in 2019. Just 1 for Salford, 3 for Crawley, and 2 draws. Meanwhile, Salford coming to just 1 defeat to pass 4 for them. 58% form over the last 6. Meanwhile, Crawley have 1, 2, lost 2, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Of course, coming to this game, losing last time around over in Salford. It was a 2-1 win back in March 2022. Salford picking up a 1-0 win over Stevenage. Of course, Rochdale did draw with Crawley last time out. Last time around, though, of course, sorry about that. 4-3 on is your Salford, and 13-5 is your draw. 7-2 is your away win. That's of course Crawley Town. 1-0 win in there for Salford, the hosts, 3 points, and potentially that could put them top of the table. Kicking off forward, it is Stockport County. It is Wimbledon. It is of course coming at you on the 3rd of September. Never played each other, these two sides. Stockport though, without a win in 4 now, 42% form. Up against the Wimbledon side, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them moving forward. Last time around, it was a 1-0 win for Barrow over Wimbledon. Of course, Stockport picking up a 1-1 draw against Swindon. Of course. Meanwhile, the odds for this one then, 6-5 on is your Stockport, 13-5 is draw, and 16-5 is your away win on this. Back in, of course, Stockport to get the win here. 2-1 win for them. Wimbledon could do with some more points going in their favour. And then wrap it up. It's Sutton United. It's Harrogate Town, of course. And they played each other 7 times to 2018. 5 for Sutton, 1 for Harrogate, 1 draw, of course. Sutton United just 1 defeat past 4, 42% form for them. Up against Harrogate Town side, just 1 win at the last 6, 25% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, in Sutton, it was a 2-0 win. It was a 1-0 win for Sutton. In Sutton, that was in the EFL Trophy knockout stage. That was back in January 2022. However, last time I played in the league in Sutton was a 1-0 win for Sutton back in December 2021. That was, of course, in League 2. The odds for this one, 2019 on your Sutton, 12-5 is your draw, a 3-1 is your away win. That's Harrogate Town. Back in, of course, the hosts for a victory here, 2-0 win for them. And again, that win could potentially see Sutton go as high as 6th in the table, depending on what goes on elsewhere. That is just about it, guys and gals. Be sure to vote. Of course, cut before vote Roverseas. Best in a video for an organisation, best content creator as well, and best club content creator for a football league. So get in there and vote. It is 100% free, guys. Absolutely free. Do us a favour. Get in there and vote. And while you're at it, don't forget to, of course, get your picks in as well, which is currently right here, of course, Cut Before League 2. Get in there, get your picks in, and of course you will be in there next time around. Of course, this is what the table will look like if I'm right, though. Leyton will remain top of the box, 19 points on the board, with Doncaster in 2nd, Salford 3rd, Barrow 4th, Crewe 5th, Stevenage 6th, and Northampton Town will be in 7th. Going down, Hartlepool and Rochdale to complete the set. That is it, guys. That's all I've got for you, of course. Don't forget to vote, of course, and don't forget to get your predictions in via the links in the description down below. Of course, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up. See you all around next time around. But until then, guys and girls, we're done.